I attended as a student to Taylor Weir back in 2002. Taylor Weir supported me in terms of having resources when necessary, providing additional training if needed, and always being there if I needed to ask any questions or gather any further information that I was uncertain of. I was one from Taylor Weir as a representative. I was able to compete in the World Skills competition, competed in the States and got silver, and went on to the Nationals and won gold and made the Australian team from there, and was able to represent my country along with other trades around the world. I think that's definitely a reflection of how forward-thinking they constantly are, how they like to keep up with the industry, and how they like to see their students grow. I chose to do my training and assessor certificate, and I knew that the culture and the very family-like feel at Taylor Weir is really what drew me and wanted to return and go back and be on the other side. For a business who has had a salon for over 40 years and probably sent over 30 students, is a reflection about how excellent they are and the quality of the work and the training that they provide.
I've paired up with Short Back and Sidewalks as a result of being exposed to it through Taylor Weir. So it's a charity organisation that provides haircuts to those in need, either through experiencing homelessness or drug addiction or simply just times of difficulty. And I didn't know that existed, in all honesty, and it's something that I kind of immediately took an interest in. And my first experience was actually the two organizations pairing together and taking a number of us from our class out to a Short Back and Sidewalks event where they were cutting hair at a halfway house organization here in Perth. So subsequently from that, I've actually kind of signed on officially with Short Back and Sidewalks, and I'm now doing fairly consistent events with them, cutting kind of once to twice a month, and just being able to, it sounds cliched, but being able to kind of, I guess, like give back to the community in a way that uses the skill set that I've learned here. You know, I've experienced drug addiction and homelessness in my life, and therefore the opportunity to be the person that I would have liked to have had in my life at that point is something that is incredibly and profoundly satisfying for me on a kind of deeply emotional level.
When I was 17, I started an apprenticeship. I grew up in a little country town called Waroona. Being that I was from the country and there was all these amazing city hairdressers that came from these really high-end salons, I felt like maybe I had a lot more to prove. In 2010, I graduated as the Taylor Weir Apprentice of the Year. It was something that I'd really manifested and wanted to work towards, so I was so excited to win that. I felt like my teachers really believed in me. I felt like they always had my back and they really believed in me and thought that I would do well, so I felt a lot of support for that. So I have my own salon now. I opened it 2.5 years ago. I started off with just me, so I built it from the ground, and now I have 9 staff, so 10 including me. So grateful to have this relationship with Taylor Weir, and I'll always send my apprentices here because I think they just give them the best opportunity to do well. And as a business owner and a boss, that's all I want for my girls. I want them to be able to have the best possible experience and to have the best possibilities to grow and go on and do bigger things.
To go from struggling so much at school and being like, no word of a lie, like, you know, a D grade student, because I wasn't able to focus and I wasn't able to give my attention because sitting in a classroom was not something that I was naturally good at. And then to be supported in a way that was not the norm, you know, like if you don't complete your paper, then you're done kind of thing. It wasn't like that here. And it was sat down, have a discussion around, okay, what is the question that I need to answer and do I understand that? And, you know, through answering questions and having me chat, I was able to obviously explain verbally, you know, and that's my way of learning. It's not just an industry, we are a community and to now have been trained here, to now then to be in my business, being back doing the exact same thing that I guess Taylor Weir gave me, which is my core values for my business are about educating and inspiring other hairdressers and salon owners.
I was learning a lot of new techniques and ways of thinking about delivering the service that I was then able to go straight back to work the next day and implement without kind of any delay whatsoever. And that was incredibly valuable for me in terms of I would come in the next day having just learned something before, and the minute that I got to apply it on a client in the shop, it was like, oh, this is super fresh for me. I've just had the ability to not only see it be done by one of the tutors here, but then also have an opportunity to do it myself, whether that was on mannequins or live clients. And now I'm getting the opportunity in my work environment to be able to apply that and just kind of lock that down and concrete it in my head. The social environment is a massive one. It's something that's quite carefully cultured here. We all come from different walks of life. We are all different ages, all different backgrounds, but because we have that kind of common goal of becoming qualified barbers, there's kind of a unique shared goal and experience there that allows us to have some camaraderie and the sense of kind of building towards something together. The impact that they had on me as a student is something that I would love the next generation of people within hair to be able to look back at my imparting of experience upon them. And I think, I would be very silly to not seriously consider that kind of opportunity in terms of giving back and being that person that I needed at that point in my life.